Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing this morning? It is Thursday, and it is a wondrous morning. Not too cloudy, quite sunny, nice layer of snow on the ground. Perfect weather for a nice snowman with the perfect packing snow that you always love during this time of the year. I hope you're all well, and if not, I do hope things get better. I'm still recovering from my things, so my voice is still not 100%. Main things for today. Oh boy. I'm excited to get into a lot of this because I know with what we have left, we don't have too much. We just have like Act 3. We were able to get some of it done, but we still have one charm to get and a few other things. Just thought I might as well do this while the ads play. Never noticed how ominous that sounds. Even then, last time, we ended off with the flea caravan and everything, got a lot of stuff done. But of course, we also got our last thing. So, let's see what we get. That is 2. So we are stuck with the Reaper Crest today. Yay! Honestly, this isn't the worst crest. I actually understand this crest a lot better. I know we're still missing the saw technically, and we can go get that. But it's not really a charm, so I'm not too worried. But for this final one, we need to go and do one of the side quests. I know we were also working to upgrade our nail. Our needle, I mean. To like the final thing. Let's see, how close are we? Oh, cool, we can actually do it beginning of stream. Awesome. I couldn't remember if we had gotten to it or not. Just skip it. But we now have our max needle, which is perfect because now we actually have a lot more we can do. Yeah, nothing new in there. I know we got the far sight and whatnot, like a bunch of random shit. But yeah, now what we need to do, we should probably go get some of this stuff eventually as well, just for the use of it, because it's gonna help. But we have Fatal Resolve. That's what we need to work on today as well. But first, actually, no wait, I do need to go through that to get there. Because if I remember correctly, I need to go down this way. I know we haven't really done a lot in this area, so... Shit. I gotta remember that I have a lot of random crap. There we go. Yeah, we've done a bit here. Yeah, and then I can go down here, and it is a quick travel. And I will just take that. Expanding our tool pouch. Because that's useful. And with where we are... Because if I remember, those are blocked off. So we actually should use this to our advantage. to at least unlock some pathways. I will say that. Okay. There we go. Slowly starting to get used to doing this again as we get further along in this, because it's like, with some of these, I actually know what I'm doing. Like the Reaper Crest, I know what I'm doing with it. But yeah, now we can one-shot a lot of stuff. That one I know can become a pain in the butt. Dang it, I realized as soon as I did it, I was too far. There we go, that's a Dark Heart down, because I know we needed to. Yeah, I just don't want to deal with some of these enemies right now because they are not so nice. Oh yeah, I forgot. Here comes a fight. And the bonus is I actually know what I'm doing with certain things. And technically we still need to fight Trobio as well for our last charm. You know, I wonder if you can actually beat the game without fighting Trobio. And still, like, get to Act 3. There we go. Holy crap, I had to focus in there for a moment. Anyways. Now I can heal back up. Jesus. Okay, and then from here, I am gonna go to the bench. Because, yeah, I actually get stuff back for it. Next. Yeah, this room. There we go. There's a lot of little secret things here and there. Actually, I'm curious. Okay, yeah, that just breaks. I couldn't remember if that was a lever or something. It's been a while. Okay. Do I know why I did that? No. But I did. There we go. Fun fact, I actually found this before Act 3 because I was falling down these walls hitting, and I heard the sound of hitting the door, and I was like, wait a minute. Okay, now we're in far fields. Get some of these. Because I know I'm going to need it. Nice. Ah, dang it, I missed. But yeah, I know there are some things we're gonna have to deal with because of stuff like this. Okay, yeah, that one was literally just for that. I couldn't remember for sure. And I can go up here. And we get a bunch of stuff from over here, which is always useful. Pale rosary necklace. Wait, I don't think that was pale originally. If I remember correctly, that was something else. Also, hey Nova, hope you're doing well today. Okay, yeah, I need to go around for that one. Take care of that guy. And we go down. I'm glad I actually remembered some of this stuff for once. Hello there. I actually remembered that person was there for once. God, I actually have a good memory? It's weird. Yeah, because we're still in, like, new territory here. There we go. Do I need to do this? No. Am I gonna do it? Maybe. I mean, it does get us stuff that we can use. And a bench. Hello, Sprint Master. It doesn't get us anything we need except the Mask Shard, which is always useful for us, because it just means we get closer to being able to hopefully take more hits. It's been so long since I've done these tracks. Let's see if I still can do good. I didn't use the Reaper Crest for these, though. I actually remember some of this stuff. I actually am glad I remember these relatively well to an extent. Dang it, I tried to dash downwards, but since I'm holding down dash... I just remember the final one being probably the most annoying to deal with. Oh wait, since we have all our charms equipped, that's why we were going so fast. I'm like, you know, I'm surprised he hasn't caught up. Because normally it takes away your charms. And I didn't realize until we did that backdash. So yeah, we quite literally have an advantage we normally wouldn't. Because I completely forgot about that. That's one of the bonuses of this challenge. Boon. Yeah, because I forgot. Why? Yeah, because the one downside of the Reaper Crest is we have a longer swing over rate. So because of that, we actually have more issues with this overall because we get slowed due to the midair stun that we get. Because that's why I normally don't use the Reaper Crest for this. Because the Reaper Crest actually negatively affects us in that regard. Because normally I just use the Hunter because I get, like, momentum as well. Okay, and let's go for the last one. The one that I know very well. And technically there is one more after this, but we don't need to get mementos. So I'm not really worried about it. Could I do it? Yes. Will I do it? Probably not. Dune, Dune. Yeah, wow, I'm actually surprised I didn't fuck that up. Trying to remember all of this, too. Yeah, because for this one, I used him a lot to bounce off of him. Fun fact. Frick. I fucked that up. Oh yeah, I forgot if you go through it does that. That's the one downside of this one course, is sometimes I mess up. Bro literally has wings. He may have an advantage on me, but there's one thing he doesn't have. Silk speed anklets. I will say, not having to calculate certain things is actually throwing me off. And I didn't think it would. But it also makes kind of good sense because of how used to it I got in my base run. Bro, I'm just like hurting this poor guy to... Bro's doing it fair and square. I'm just here like stab, stab, just destroying his poor back. Anyway, thanks for the mask shard. Because an extra hit is always very much nice. Especially for what we're going to have to go up against. Because now we can go up. There we go. There we go. Bro, that snipe of a hit. Okay. There we go. Wow, I'm actually surprised I made that. Okay, and then I can go up through here, I think it is? Yes. Oh, right. Grab this. Because I know I'm gonna need it. Because we're about... Yep. Ah. Who's ready for our first and one of my favorite fights in the game? Pale Beast, bring ruin. We had sensed it. You... writing harsh our final fate. If power you come seeking, mine is fated, mortal, time taken. Great one, I come not to see you as you are, rather I would have you recall that what you were before the Pale Monarch, when once your heart beat bright and brave. That beating heart I would take. I know, though know my intent is worthy. I seek it only to save these lands, to break them free from this fatal sickness born of thread and void. Ksha! If you may, beast. If you can, mine once was a power, wild, proud. Do, 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 do. How the mighty did fall. You know, it's kind of crazy that she's a mortal bug and... Hello, Emmy. Hope you're doing well today. We are in Act 3 of our Charm Challenge, and it is as chaotic as always. But welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I love this fight a lot because I am a huge singer and, like, theater person. So mix that with my huge love of lore, and this is, like, the perfect boss for me. It's also the one boss, other than Nihilith, that screwed me so much during frickin' Steel Soul. But I'm doing pretty good. Still recovering from being sick. My throat is, at least, but overall, still doing good otherwise. I will say, it's kind of interesting having all the charms because it has more difficulties than you'd expect. I am kind of saddened we don't have the Beast Charm for this because the Beast Crest is actually how I have found a good way to beat this boss compared to with Reaper. As weird as it may sound. But now that the Beast Crest's Fury can go through shields, I imagine it's even better for this boss. Let's see how much I actually can remember about this fight. Dang it. It's okay. And yeah, I hope to get well soon. Oh, I am a huge Metroidvania fan, so like, but also roguelike fan, so I like many different types of games from various genres, but like my favorite game for sure would be Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I love BTD. That's on there. Minecraft, Terraria, Stardew is up there. Pokemon is up there. I'm into a lot of different games of various types. I think the only like FPS I really have enjoyed would be the PvZ Garden Warfare, and then technically Slime Rancher, because some people describe it as an FPS because it is technically a first-person shooter to an extent. Whether or not you want to describe it as such is entirely up to you, though. So, you know, if my throat was doing better, I actually know I could sing this without issue, because that's one of the other problems about my allergies affecting my sickness, is I also, not only does it affect my throat, it also affects my hearing, meaning it's harder to hear if I'm off. Oh yeah, I love all types of games, like, and that's not even all of them that I like. Like, I'm a huge fan of like the Zelda games as well, because it was the first ever game series I played, so I kind of have an air of nostalgia for it. And those types of games, oh, we are not doing good on HP. I think that's worth it right now. I know this is more of a back and forth type fight, but the issue with the Reaper Crest is, unlike with the Beast Crest where I know what I'm doing with it, the Reaper Crest is a lot more like, because I'm not used to the slow attacks of it during this fight anywhere near, because I only did it on my first playthrough with the Reaper Crest, but I switched from it after that because I was having so much trouble that I went to Beast Crest, because its unique down pogo is actually really good for this. Because I'd use it like there, for example, and just... Anything excited for your character in the works? I mean, I have so many different things I've been working on with different characters of mine. Not just with my avatar, but just like D&D and whatnot. Like, I do so much random crap. I know, depending on the character, I have various ideas. I know with my current character, I actually have been working on something in the background. Because when it comes to my avatar I use in general, I've been meaning to do a few fixes with like the art in areas, because the Halloween season one looks weird coming through on Twitch compared to the actual artwork, which always kind of annoyed me. So I plan to fix that, because it makes like the fog effect look very weird that originally I used. So I plan to fix that. I also plan to add a few other small things. I know I've also been trying to learn more about 3D modeling, and oh my good lord. This is what happens the more I talk during these, is sometimes I get so distracted I forget what I'm doing. But also the fact that I'm taking double the damage already should kind of keep in mind for me, because the barb bracelet just means I'm taking double damage all the time. So I'm not used to taking this much, actually. Thinking about it, my brain's probably used to taking way more hits as well. Like, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have this in my playlist playing, like, here and there, with many other songs from various games. Because I enjoyed the first game a lot, and its music. That's something that can really get me into a game, to be fair, is music. I gotta remember I have tools. I actually didn't know that that phase could, like, meld that way. Ba-da-ba. I have been today I haven't been streaming long, but in terms of overall time I have done streaming, since like I technically did it like many years ago to stream with a friend because they wanted me to, and then I just kind of dropped it because I was just like, I'll do it for my friend. But then about 2 years ago now, geez, doesn't feel like it's been as long as it has. My therapist recommended it to me as a possible hobby, and I've kind of done it since, and I've really enjoyed it. It's been a way to just kind of relax and chill. But yeah, within that 2-year time frame, I made affiliate and just got to where I am now, where I'm part of a Twitch team as well, and it's like, it's kind of crazy. These damn wisps taking my silk when I need to heal. That's the downside of the wisps. Good luck getting heals. I will say all my attacking buttons and stuff like this are all on my mouse. Only my movements are affected by my keyboard. The rest is all on my mouse. Oh, I don't know why I thought that was the pins. I gotta remember to use that to stall. No! I gotta remember to use that to stall. Huh, I don't actually lose, like, my rosaries for once, because we're in a dream. I just noticed. I don't think that used to be that way, where we're going into these. Oh, that's the wrong one. I almost summoned the beast creatures. I don't remember it actually doing it. Nah, I actually... That's actually something I don't think I talk about as much on stream anymore. I do art as a job as well, graphic design. It's actually kind of boring after a point because it's just the same old, and you start to look at yourself like, please tell me these people, like, oh my god. I've dealt with some odd-ass customers, but yeah, I've always done art myself as well. It's been one of those things where it's like, I don't usually go out in terms of that stuff. I just kind of let it happen. And working graphic design for a company is very weird. And I will say that from experience, because you start to realize how many of like these bigger businesses, or like even smaller businesses, how many don't understand basic like color theory to such an extent where some of them are like unable to see why it doesn't work for their thing. Like, I get wanting to have like a nice sign, but you also need to understand how the colors look for how the eye, and learning a bit about psychology as well definitely helps with that, because it means when I do logos and stuff for that stuff, it just means I know a bit more about what draws eyes towards certain things. Okay. I love the fact that it like does the singing, and when she like gets full on downed, it stops it. Also, that's the first time we got to phase 2. Like fully. We definitely can do this. It's just going to take some time. I never realized how used to it I got to with Beast Crest because like I almost beat her several times with it in my first playthrough and went to Beast Crest, but I never really talked about it because it was one of those things of just it was not very liked as a crest and it still isn't, but people have realized how amazing of a boss killer it is. And I'm just like, finally some people are realizing it. But the fact that it got a buff where it can break through shields means this boss fight is 10 times easier with the Fury, like, buff. And that makes me so excited to try this with the Beast Crest again one day. Because I know this won't be my last run ever of Silksong. I might do more challenges in the future. I might not. I don't know. And if I do it on stream, I do it on stream. If not, I don't. I know I'm okay with that either way. Because I still enjoy this game. I definitely prefer it over the original. I know my one friend prefers the original over this one, but I also really like movement in games. And I think that's kind of part of it, is my enjoyment for movement in games definitely helps. There we go. Using that to stall in the air is actually not bad. Frick. I am surprised that even hit. Okay. Banana, na 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 na. Dang it! Dang it! We had gotten so far there! I just need to get used to the frickin' delay more. Because the delay on the attack definitely does not help me. I know just in general it's one of those things. You know, I think about it sometimes, and I'm just like, I wonder what my life would be if I actually, like, decided to frickin', like, go back to certain areas and just completely, like, change course. Makes me wonder where I'd be if I decide to go into, like, carpentry or some shit. I actually have thought about going into trade school for that before. A few times. That's the type of stuff I really do enjoy, though, is, like, just very more creative fields have always been something that are easier for me to deal with. And I think that might just be the autism speaking on that one. Bro didn't even have to fireball at him and he died. Bruh. I lost all that health instantly. Yeah, I'm just letting it kill me at that point. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so there's not really anything I can do to change unless I went back to that, like, bench to change my, like, weapon setup for, like, my tools. I mean, I could use the tacks. They aren't bad for this. I know they're pretty good for this fight, from what I've heard. But I've never really used them, but I've heard they're good for this, especially with the poison. I know the curved claw is really good for this, though. In terms of, like, the early stages, but after that, it's just eh. And part of that's just because of what this fight is. Damn it! It always, like... It always happens at the worst time for me. Like, every single time. I am surprised that even hit me. You know, I'm gonna go change my loadout real quick. And let's see. Because the curved claw ain't that useful, and then I can try the tacks, see how they go. Because at least with the fire one, I know I use it here and there. Okay. Also, we never do get to enter that door. It does make me curious of what's behind it, and if we'll get to see it in a future, like, DLC or something. Because I think that'd be pretty cool. Being able to see what's behind that stuff. Okay. Here come them. Yeah, there was no way to dodge that. No matter what I did there. And we're dead. Yeah, I got screwed over in that one. Like, really hard. I just did not expect to get screwed over that hard, to be fair. I also gotta remember, if I give it enough, if I can, like, hold out enough time, I will produce enough silk to go and just around me like a freaking buzzsaw of silk. But even then, I need to be quick with it because of the wisps that spawn. I mean, at least they deal the fire debuff, so at least that helps. Me realizing I actually don't need to fight Nihilith for this. Though I don't know how well I'll do with the Clover Dancers. Thinking about it. Then again, I don't think I'll do much better with Nihilith. There we go, now we're back at full HP. There we go. Okay. Phase 3. No, we got so far. We got her to phase 3 there. I know we can do this. I have to focus in harder this time. Oh, didn't hold it long enough. Because, yeah, you can let go once the stuff disappears. And it's usually a few seconds, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay. And boom, boom. Here we go again. I need to remember that also helps me deal a bit more damage on the first hit after. Are you serious? Again? Yeah, there was no point as soon as I lost it that early. It feels like when I lose it that early, I always do worse. And I don't know why. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick. Okay. I know we can beat her. And I know we still have, like, Throbio and whatnot. And I'm not excited for the Pinstress fight. It's one of my least favorite of the fights. Just because she's annoying to deal with. There we go. There we go. Wait, did they start to disappear? Huh. The more you know. Learning new stuff every day. Okay. Using the attack to actually stall in the air a bit is kind of helping. Damn it. Forget my dash moves me way too far. But now we know not to lay more than the two that get thrown out for the tack, so I'll just throw them out throughout the battle. And that should help take care of her. Learning a lot of new stuff about the different stuff in this game. Pressing V for that just feels so weird. Because it's like, it's not exactly a close-up. Okay, here come the guards. Nice. Okay. That was risky. Dang it. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Like, I know we can do it. I'm just not used to using this. And since we have the rules of I can't change my own crest, well, yeah. Because with Beast's crest, all I need is like Flea Brew to add to this and just boom. I'd be so much better off. Also, I think when I do this, yeah, it makes them a 2-hit. Oh wait, they already are a 2-hit. Hey, hey, Super, hope you're doing well. Ah! Damn it! Yeah, this isn't gonna be a good run, I can already tell. But doesn't mean I can't try. And we're down. So part of the rules of this is, at the beginning of each stream, or whenever a new crest is picked, or when someone decides to spend the points to change the crest, I have to roll a dice, for the random ones, but I am stuck with that crest until it gets changed by, someone spending points, the start of the next stream, or it gets forcefully changed by something. It's the only ways I can actually change my crest. It's part of a little mini rule set I added to this for me. Just to add a little extra challenge. Makes it really fun. Because I do like a little extra challenge here and there. And boy, yeah. I mean, I also made it so it's not like, technically it's not overly expensive. It's also expensive enough where people can't abuse it. Oh, ads went off. Sorry about that. Had to blow my nose. Gonna take a drink now. Ugh. May not be 100%, but I still exist. They're in like near perfect. They were in near perfect sync. But yeah, I purposefully made it like. I'll wait till ads to finish that in case they're still in ads. At least I can use that to my advantage. The fact that they had to turn down that from 1 to 2, from 2 damage to 1 says enough about how bad the damage for her would be, because in some of her, especially later attacks, she'd be dealing upwards of 6 damage within like a few seconds. And it was like unavoidable at times. Which, as you can imagine, is unfair levels of difficulty. Damn it. But, ads should be finishing up about now. But, the reason I specifically set it to 10k, which in terms of channel points is not a lot, like, especially for people who are watching and whatnot, because that stuff does come in at a rate, but it's also to an extent where I also have to make it so it's not like something that people can easily abuse. I did think about lowering it to 5k though. And I might do that, I might not, I don't know. Like, I definitely need to get a bit better with all the channel points, because I know channel points are very weird, because you get like, when subscribed you get, I think, like 12, but otherwise it's 10 per, like every like 5-10 minutes, which of course does stack up. And I try to keep that in mind as well. You also get it like bonuses for watch streaks and stuff, gifting subs, subbing and whatnot, bits. I know stuff like that does affect it. But I know you can get them naturally, and it's also a thing of, I don't want... You also get a few for just following, too. But yeah, I purposefully set it to that so not everyone could do it by the start of like coming in, or like within the first like stream, just because I know very well there are like trolls out there and whatnot, but I'm also trying to make it a thing of people can change it. It's just an investment, and you get to watch me get absolutely screwed over because I have to relearn what I'm doing, which I know some people enjoy. But yeah, I definitely need to figure out a little more. Okay. Because I know... Damn it. I definitely will, after this, probably lower it, thinking about it, because I just haven't had time to really look into how channel points fully work either. That's another thing that I need to work on. Just haven't had the, like, personal time to do it. Because the bits I do have, I set for certain things, and I'm like, well, shit. But yeah, if I like pull up some of the stuff, like the Cult of the Lamb stuff is auto set. But otherwise the stuff is very like specific for the viewer rewards stuff, because like the hydrate one, I try not to make too specific. It's a simple one. But yeah, I might actually lower some of these, because the name a creature, I have set that way. Yeah, I'm gonna make it 5k for the change crest. Like the sing something random, I'm also gonna like go down to like the same as name a creature, because the name a creature thing is more specific for people who've been here for longer. But that should hopefully help. Got 7k, nice. Yeah, I just I redid some of it. Fighting 3 minutes of ads, rip. But yeah, I did lower the things. I don't know if it like happens instantly or if it like has to be refreshed. But yeah, I need to get better with channel point stuff, because I just haven't had time to look into some of that. when I really should, but it's also a thing of busyness happens. They're already lower? Cool. Because, yeah, I did lower them there. Because it's like, I know for the name thing, I want it to not be too cheap, because it's also a thing of, like, that is specifically for, when we're playing certain games like Poker Rogue, and whatnot. Like, the only game so far that I don't have it is BTD, mainly because I like the names, but I might also, like, allow it for BTD so people can name it after a thing. And it would just be after your username, and you would just say, like, what you want for it. Like, which Pokemon or tower or whatever. That's how I'd do it. I will say I can't change crests until I get to a bench. So whenever the change crest type stuff comes through, I basically not force die, but I'd basically do it here whenever I can next. Because like in a boss fight, I could easily like beat it for all we know. Or I could get screwed over. Who knows? But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. Like the sing something random, I did debate turning off while I'm sick just because I know I don't have a singing voice right now. I probably should turn it off temporarily, but people like hearing sick people sing sometimes. Worst that happens is I lose my voice, to be fair, though. Because I know how to take care of my voice. So, honestly, I could probably just do the singing it badly purposefully, but I honestly don't know how it'd sound. Damn. Damn it. Okay. We're actually getting really far into this fight now. Like, if I am doing my math correctly on, like, where I remember each phase, we are getting, like, more consistently farther. But we are getting, and we're close to phase 3, which is the final phase. It's where she starts doing all sorts of crazy shit. She just attacks more in tandem back and forth. And phase 3 is the shortest, if I remember correctly, too. Jesus Christ. I'm doing that before she spawns while I still can. Okay. And then... Okay. Dodge. And then... Okay. Thank God for the shield. Yeah, there was no way I was going to be able to pass that one, especially when she jumps like that. Like, it is so difficult because she just will jump into your attacks. Or you'll jump into hers because she'll just randomly do that. That's the hard part of phase 3. Okay. I got this. Change crest. I'll do that. Okay, let's see what luck we get. The D6 shall answer our question. Number 3. Number 3, number 3. What is number 3? I don't remember. Number 3 is one of them. I just don't remember which one. 1, 2... It's the Beast Crest! Oh, frick! Well, I don't have the tax, but I do know what I'm doing with this crest, at least. I know that this has gotten changes since I last used it. So let's see what we can do about it. Because this is going to change up my fighting style entirely. Shake it all out. Gotta get into the Beast Crest energy now. Okay. And glasses. Bump. I now has glasses. Very high pitch for what should be Ganama. I will say, taking extra damage, not very fun. Oh shit, I forgot, yeah. I went to heal like it was normal, or so, because my brain was still thinking Reaper. I mean, you can already see that I, like, know more about how I'm doing this part. I gotta remember the flea brew, too. And thank you. I'm glad the glasses look nice on me. I'm actually surprised we got lucky enough to get Beast Crest for this, because I know very well for this boss in Nihilith, it is the best crests for me, because I know what I'm doing with them more. Just see if my brain can get back into Beast Crest mode completely. I mean, it's been so many years since I've used it, it feels like. It's been 84 years! There we go. Latest fashion trend nerdy glasses. Well, why, thank you. Holy crap. Yeah, I can hit her now with that when it's in Fury. Okay, I gotta keep that in mind now. The hardest part is keeping the speed and flame up that I'm gonna need for that. So I think I need to just use them back to, like, not use them back to back as much. She also does do less damage than she used to, I've noticed. Well, at least in terms of, like, base damage. She deals more now to me still, but... I will say, doing this when you're taking double damage is a lot more different than you'd think. It's kind of cool. In a terrifying kind of way, too. Ha! Oh wow, I actually got a hit from that on accident. God, I need to get used to the Beast Crest stuff again. It's been a bit. I mean, I'm definitely It's weird because I got so used to doing the Reaper part. So now my brain's slowly going backwards into the old way. Taking the double damage definitely doesn't help, though. Because that downwards attack is definitely what helps the most. Like, you can tell my brain has gone back to how I do the beginning stages. Like, my brain has definitely been like, must do this way. This also does up our damage. Little fun fact. When we are in the Fury mode, it also ups our damage. Dang it. Oh, we got so much farther that time because I'm starting to get back into the hang of it. I've actually grown to like the Beast Crest a lot more from when I first started playing, because I've realized how much of a shredder it can be if you use it right, but also because it has some really cool effects, especially with the buffs now. The final phase is gonna suck, though, with the Beast Crest, because the best way to get through it is that downward attack. This is a really terrible start. Dang it. Okay. Okay. I know with Nihilith has a lot less health than you'd think compared to Carmelita. Because Carmelita has more health than Nihilith and is a harder fight because of that in terms of like overall like lasting. But Nihilith is still harder for me because despite the lower HP, it's the fact it takes away the ground. Because Beast Crest can actually like pogo off of her very well against in the fields. I was too close for that one. I should have just normally attacked. Silvery Hornet that spawns? That is from the Memory Crystal charm. Holy shit. I will say, I really do hate the one that shoots them, like, together on the same side, because it's probably the most annoying to dodge, because if you do too high, you're fucked. If you do too low, you're fucked. It's like a weird middle ground. And then going into that with such low health was not good. Especially with me. Ba-da-bum-bum. God, that movement speed change did affect me more than it should have. Dang it, I got trapped in that corner. Oh, your stream froze when I said it? It's quite literally from a charm. It's just from the memory crystal charm. It doesn't do much except damage enemies that hit it. That's it. Nothing else. It's not really that useful. In fact, it actually can harm if you get damaged near a breakable platform because it will keep breaking the platform, which is not fun. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I am hearing that right. I just got... That's multi-hitting now. I don't think that used to be multi-hitting. God, I hate when she does that. Because we're stuck with the longer version of it, it basically just means we don't get the speed boost we would really want for this, which does not help at all. In fact, it hinders. Like, yeah, we can heal more, but the lack of speed from it definitely doesn't help. But even then, we still got our ideas of what we can do. There we go. Ow. God. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I don't think we're beating her on this one. There we go. I hate when I get like I'm getting off a sinus infection because it really affects my voice. It's just annoying. Okay. I know we can do this though. My brain just needs to get in the right freaking, like, I don't know, like the right mindset. Dang it. We actually did really good with that one. I will say, I know I forgot to mention at the beginning of this stream, depending how my voice is doing throughout stream, depends if I'll have to end early. I know I mentioned it yesterday, I just realized I forgot to say that today. But we'll see how well that goes. Okay. And back at it again. There we go. Well, that didn't go well for me. The worst part is I would have gotten hit still even if I went for the harpoon on that one. Oh, that sucks. If I hadn't lost my mask so early, I would have been able to do that. But yeah, there's a reason I did not do well with Steel Soul on this. Thank God this is one of the bosses that you can die repeatedly to in Steel Soul. And it won't, like, end your run. Thank God. There we go. There we go. Dang it. Okay. Ah. You know, this is one of those fights that I remember why I struggle with it. This and Nihilith. Nihilith I struggle more with, but even then. At least now we don't... If we do go for Nihilith today, we won't have to use the frickin' Shaman Crest and be unable to heal. So there is that. I see that as a win. There we go. She just bounced off me like a frickin' Beyblade. Jesus. I need to also remember to use my frickin' tools. That's the other thing I need to remember to use. Because that's going to help me a lot. Let's do this. Okay. Hey, 22, and thanks. I know I can do this. I just... Ah! No! The worst part is... Oh! The Magnetite dice would have saved me if the second one didn't come out. Oh, that's annoying. Aw, dang. But I hope you're doing well today, 22. Okay. At least that time I actually remembered to use my tools a bit. We got pretty far. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can hit those. Important thing. Forgets about it. Sounds about right for me. No! Oh, we had gotten so far there. Okay. We can do this. Oh yeah. Silksong bosses are very much built different compared to Hollow Knight. They're a lot more movement focused. You know, I sometimes wonder how I beat this with the Beast Crest the first 2 times that I played this, and then I remember some of it is probably luck. Very much so. But I will say, this is one of my favorite bosses. It is very hard to beat it because it just makes my little theater nerd heart happy. Damn, we're doing some good damage. Oh, she walked right into me. No, I didn't even get a chance to move there. Like, I did not get a chance to move out of the way on that one. I lost my characters in terms of sight because of all the flashes. Oh, that sucks. That's the one thing that sucks about, like, my stigmatism stuff is flashes like that really fuck me up. Even in, like, when driving and stuff. It's why I don't like night driving much. Especially when there's one of those trucks behind me because oh my god, it's like everyone knows that you are compensating. You don't need to do it all the fucking time. Because it is blinding at night, some of those trucks. And when you're in more of a country road area, a lot more people use their brights and forget to turn them off. And as you can imagine, it's very annoying. Because it's literally blinding for me. Like, I will lose sight of the road because of that. It's what sucks about it. Well, I guess you're taking care of that. Ooh, I got a multi-hit off on her there. Why did that... No! Normally that actually... she moved just in time to have me not have my iframes yet. Dang it. If I had my iframes there, it would have been perfect. At least we're more consistently getting to phase 2. That's a plus. Okay. We got this. Thank God this is nowhere near what Crust King Khan you have to do beforehand, because my friend didn't realize there was a shortcut at the end, so did it every single time, and I'm just here like, you realize there's a shortcut that you could have found. And the amount of pain in his voice when I told him that was hilarious to me, because it's just like, this is why you search. Guess we're going in with half our health. Jesus. I found that when I get hit to a point I need to heal, or start when I have like 4 missing before that, I just don't do well. I don't know why. I think my brain just like sees it and just thinks I can't win this, despite the fact I know I probably could. But my brain just sees it and is like, nope, no chance. And it just leads me to doing dumber things. Does make me wonder though. Ganama! There we go. Come on. There we go. Just had to focus in. Just get in the moves. How we hunted, how we sang, my children. I saw you glorious. Yes! There we go. Gotta admit, she was a pretty badass lady before she, kind of fell to ruin. But also, you gotta think about the fact that if we do this, graceful ruler once possessed the skill to rival my own at her youthful peak. Her voice united all Scar in her service. Song Queen of Scar, their most talented warrior. Mind you, with the context clues and stuff, it's kind of pointed at the fact that just her song alone is, until the void hit, is what stopped the Scar from being fully taken over by Silk. Which is crazy. Yeah, because, like with this, I love that you can stop them, but if they get hit, they are just like, nope. Let's just run. Okay, then we can go to lower Farfield through this if we want. Keeping my eyes peeled. Yeah, I don't have it equipped yet, so I can't do that part. Fun fact, every time I dealt with the Crawfather stuff, I always got it here. Little fun fact for you. Let's get an upgrade. Do I have to turn it off? Okay. Let's just quick TP. I need to quickly frickin' go back in. I need to temporarily remove a charm. Frick. Because I think, yeah, it's that one that is causing the issue. Because I've never really used it, so I think that might be the cause. Yep, it was that. Now that we have done that, I can reattach. And put that back on. And then we'll make our way to Nyla and whatnot. You know, I've never fought the Pinstress with this. I wonder how well that would go, seeing the fact she's such an evasive little prick. The Curve Sickle. Honestly, one of my favorite tools. Just in terms of overall use. So useful. So we need to go to the Blasted Steppes for 2 reasons. If I remember correctly. Yeah, we need to go to her home first to unlock the next part. Let's just do that. And Anyways. And now we can just save and quit and go back to the bench and then go back around. Simple as that. You know, I think about it sometimes and I'm just like, you know, some of these are going to be a lot easier just because of the stuff that we have attached. Oh, wow, the barbs showed up again. It's been a while since we've seen those. Been a long while. Those guys do disappear if you beat that. But not too much of a worry for me. I love the backgrounds in this game. They're just so gorgeous. Like, I can never truly get over it. And I can jump down. And let's quickly grab a bench. Because I know we're gonna need it. Actually, wait, no, we wouldn't need it because of the fact that Nihilith is right there. We already beat Seth. I can always teleport using the special ways and whatnot. The bellways. Can use that to my advantage. Whomp. And time to take on one of my least favorite bosses. I will always see the theme Nihilith as Seth's theme, and you can't convince me otherwise, because it just fits that so well. Like, I know it's the same as Nihilith's, but Seth's, it just fits Seth so well. Okay, let's go. Weird walking sound. Oh shit. I gotta get into the mood of fighting Nihilith again. There is a reason I do not like this boss. And while we're stuck on Beast Crest, I'm gonna at least use it to my advantage. You know, it'd be a really cool little side detail if the fire damage actually dealt, like, extra damage to Nihilith specifically. I think that'd be a cool, just, like, fun little detail. Damn it. You know, there's people out there who say Nihilith is easy, and I just ask them how. Because it's not for me. It's always been difficult. Just something about Nihilith's fight alone, just... And technically, we don't even need to fight Nihilith. We could just go the opposite. We could just go for a different section entirely and hope that works for us. Oh my god, it bounced me right into there. Anything to get this fight over faster at this point. But you can see what I mean by this fight is annoying. Alls I know is we know that there's inevitably gonna be a like boss rush with like mode similar to God Home with how much people like have wanted it, and Team Cherry knows that. And my only thought is, how can they make this boss worse? Because I don't want to know. I'm scared to know. Yeah, I didn't even get enough of a chance to run. I wish you could like hold down or something and it would just keep you in the dream. That'd be nice, instead of having to redo this. Because I've gotten so used to hearing this theme at this point, where it's like, I would turn it off. Like, I would turn off the music for this and specifically put something else in the background because of how annoyed it was making me for something I loved so much for Seth. And it's why I've made it synonymous with Seth instead. Oh, or I could fall. No! Wrong button! I didn't realize I was holding down. Shit. If I had realized I was holding down and not just the direction, that would not have ended as poorly. But we are getting there. I'm starting to get back into the hang of this fight again. Ugh. This is the fight that I personally think I literally survive based off of luck. That's what it feels like every single time. Damn it. It's whenever she does that shooting attack that I have the most issues because of how you have to hit her. It's like you can't be near her when she does that or you're fucked. Because you just don't get enough time to dodge. Ugh. I just need to stun her quickly somehow, some way. if I remember correctly, I actually beat her first try with the Reaper Crest. The first time, like I beat her with the Reaper Crest, not the first like attempt, but like my first time beating her. And then it was Beast Crest, which I found way easier. But even then, I'm still very like hit or miss with this boss. I don't think I could ever do it with Architect Crest or Shaman Crest. I don't think I could ever do it with those two. Like, not anytime soon, at least. Architect doesn't have like the downwards pogo, and the lack of healing from Shaman due to its heal going straight down. Yeah, I don't think I could reasonably beat it. Not for a long time. Dang it. I honestly didn't even see what hit me there. I just am like, well, fuck, here we go again. When I first did see this boss, I did try to hit those things back, like the things that come up back at it, like repeatedly, and I thought that was how you're supposed to do it. Little did I know that's not how the only way you're supposed to do it. Because they are so fucking inaccurate. And they don't deal a lot of damage, is my guess, either, because I do more damage with my needle. What even hit me there? Damn it. Yeah, I hate this fight. This is the fight that I could spend hours complaining on. Like, just something about Nihilith just pisses me off more than it should. Like, I think Nihilith is one of the few bosses of, like, a game that has gotten me the closest to, like, angry. Like, in any form. I will say that. From, like, my original time playing with it. And thinking about it, it makes a lot of sense. Because it requires a weird, like, set of movements to actually work as a boss. Welcome from the dead. That hit me? Oh my god. So I'm bad, but at least you're here. Fair. Honestly, I feel that on a personal level, just laying in bed, just not caring much. I'd do that too, honestly. If I could, that'd be nice. But I have more important shit I need to do. 'Tis a shame. Since when am I blind? I've always been blind. Plus, someone redeemed to give me glasses. I didn't even see what hit me there. My guess is it was some random stray bullet. Nihilith. Nihilith can go to Biowater where she belongs, to be fair. I prefer to fight Grohl over Nihilith. That's where I stand on Nihilith in terms of Act 3. Is Grohl a more difficult boss for me? Yes, but I prefer Grohl because I at least know a good way to deal with them. With Nihilith, it's like, this is just the best strategy I have found so far, is the Beast Crest. Ah, yes, let's have spikes in the entire room that can hit you and make you hate yourself. That hit me? That hit me? What? I still think I wouldn't be surprised if like the hitboxes of the pollen is weird compared to what they look like. At least I think it's pollen. I really don't know what it's supposed to be fair. My guess is pollen. But frick. I mean, technically with the wisps, I could just sit on the sidelines and hope they kill her, but I know I can't survive that long naturally. There was no way I was getting out of that one. That's the part that sucks about this, is they completely remove the floor. They don't need to remove the floor to make it difficult. Like, if it was stuck in a small room, I feel like it would still be just as difficult for me. And for those who were here earlier when I mentioned the flash thing and how it affects my stigmatism, mix that with the frickin', oh my god. I am a mess. But mix that with the fact that it literally does giant flashes, it just makes it so much more difficult for me. Oh my lord. Like, I know I suck at this boss. I've accepted that. But what I won't accept is this thing not, like, being destroyed in the end. This is the one boss I condone killing every single time. 'Cause she deserves it. Why? I'm gonna riot over this boss. This is the boss I would riot over. Honestly, I could totally see someone doing a death compilation of me dying to Nihilith at this point and just laughing hysterically at just my unwavering pain, because I know very well that some people find that hilarious, and I understand. Oh my god, I didn't even notice she went to that side. Oh my lord. Like, seriously. I will say, making the wall she's on, like, plant-filled with thorns, and her being able to switch between walls like that is so evil. But I get it. It just doesn't make me like it. It's like, I get it, but I'm not happy about it. I don't even have a quip for that one. That was just my own sheer stupidity. Like, I really don't have a quip. I don't have any quips. What I do have is my trusty claws. And that is the best I can do. Okay. I'm just using this to my advantage at this point. Come on. Why didn't it go? No, the wisp! The fucking wisp! Why? The wisp took the silk I needed! No! The downside of the wisp. Truly a downside that I cannot get over. What does her range become when she does that? Like, it can't be that, like, big, can it? Like, it feels like it's bigger than her own body half the time. And it could be, for all I know. I remember this was the first boss, though, that I ran into for Act 3. And I just remember being so, like, this was the first boss after Belbeast that I ran into. And I just remember it giving me so much pain and suffering. Yet I still somehow was able to beat this pre-nerf of, like, different things, like pre-patch. Oh my god. Because I already struggled with her when she was dealing, like, her base damage. So her dealing double damage also does not help thinking about it. Shit. I basically have doomed myself with this boss. I'd be better off going for Crust King or some shit. To be fair. Also, she has one of the most annoying, like, boss cries. Like, this is the boss cry that haunts my fucking nightmares. Like, there's just something about Nihilith's freaking boss cry that just makes me so tired of, like, just existing around her. And I don't know why. It's like a weird, exhausting feeling it gives me of, like, God, not again. As well as it fills me with just that, not only that feeling, but it's also, like, just very annoying sounding when you hear it repeatedly. It's crazy to think that this game was even harder than before release, which is terrifying to think about, because if this was harder as well, I think I would probably have lost my mind. I couldn't do anything there no matter what I did, because she basically crunched me while I was in my invis frames. That's the part that sucks, is if you get stuck without your iframes, you're just screwed. And even then, the iframes in this are horrid compared to, like, Hollow Knight. Like, you do not have anywhere near the, like, iframes. Dang it, I really couldn't get out of that. I would have needed to somehow get a second double jump, so I would have needed a triple jump, as well as the ability to hook quick enough and turn around quick enough. Would have given me the time if I had that, but I didn't. Okay. Oh my god, I lived. Nope, not that one. Finally! Burn in hell, you dumbass plant! A world without ya? Yeah, you can go to hell, I don't care. A world without you's safer for everyone. Nice job, up-killed plant? Killed a plant? What? I'm guessing every time I try to take care of him, Jesus. The irony is I actually, like, help with a garden. Because, and, like, have my own garden. Like, I do both, so it's like, I'm actually good at taking care of plants. But not good at killing them, apparently. Okay, let's go... Your mom is great with plants. So is mine. Let's take on one of my favorite bosses. I think that will be a very nice thing. She's rescued like 2 years. Jeez. Yeah, for me, I can take care of a plant pretty okay. Just not all plants. Okay, so if I go down, that would actually be quickest. You bought Arc Raiders? Nice. Is it good? I've always wondered about that type of stuff. Do I have a thing I can give him? Oh, I do. Yeah, I know you can hear her cries. I do too, and I hate it as well. I will say, I wish once you beat the final boss, if you were to keep playing on for like 100%, it would just remove the frickin' background screams that happen here and there, because I've just tuned them out at this point because of how annoying they get. Because they, like, drive me insane. Like, I don't even know how many times it's gone off at this point. Bum, bum, bum. You might, O mourner, fell fated, chosen left to last. Relent submit, the fatal blow was struck, fair Farnham wails till its end. We woe befallen, few remain, just join us here. At last, show our fires fierce, together to share our kingdom's pain. Feel it scorch our shells, and know clear its suffering and sorrow. The real favorite boss. Throbio! I've never fought him with Beast Crest. Nor have I fought this version with Beast Crest. Throbio! Yeah, I will say the movement of this is not going to be easy. I mean, I could try and use the Delver's drill to my advantage here. I mean, there's people who have fun even without personally find gameplay loop boring without friends. I mean, I've heard of Ark. I like the Ark Survivors stuff, the Ark Raiders. I mean, just never really like took an interest in it past that, to be completely frank. But I definitely can see why people like it. Also, yes, we do this every single time. I will say, we will have to do that every single time. We will have to wait while he does his thing. The dun 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 dun. It's like, I like you, Trobio, but you are very dramatic. Fitting of a theater kid and like theater individual as well, so Trobio! Oh my god, I didn't even see that. You know, you'd think my stigmatism would cause more issues on this fight than it does, but I think part of it is the fact it's not one giant flash. For some reason, my brain just goes and is like, yeah, that makes sense. That should help. Ah, balls. Yeah, healing off Trobio is going to be very difficult with the Beast Crest. And we can't speed this up either. Thanks, Trobio. Do we want to deal with Trobio now or the Pinstress now? Because I don't think with the Beast Crest I can reasonably, like, beat Trobio yet. Thinking about it. Pinstress I might be able to. Also, what am I doing? I can do this. Do, 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 do. We need to go to the slab, because I remember where we need to go, and this ain't gonna be fun. But the good part is, we now have stuff we didn't last time. Whee! I'm just doing that. That was such a painful fall for me. Because I could have done better. I know I could have done better. Okay. Anyways, you ready? Because I know I am, Pinstress. She basically just wants to fight. Jesus Christ. I always forget about her moves. And it's always an annoying one to get back up to. Also, it makes you re-talk to her, like, every single time. She's a very evasive motherfucker. And then she gets knocked off like that, and you can't do shit. Damn it. We got really far there. She was near like her end phase. I know she was. I will say there doesn't seem to really be a good point to like actually you know, healing off her, because yeah, healing off her is easier said than done, because she's just too persnicketily annoying to hit. Damn it. We got really far there. But yeah, as you kind of saw, it's very hard to like hit her enough to get that heal off you need. Okay, come on, let's do this again. I have performance-enhancing drugs. I don't know why that was my first thought of something to say related to the flea brew. I mean, it's not wrong, but it is kind of random, to be fair. Damn it. It's weird because we have to use a very aggressive build. And like we get more damage when we use our like heal factor thing. Whenever she gets knocked down on the platform is a good time to get those heals. All of this for one of the last charms that we need. Because we also need to beat Trobio as well. Because that gets us an upgrade to a charm. So it's kind of like, well, shit. I don't even know how this quest would go for the final boss, to be fair. I know I wouldn't do well against it. Because the last boss of this is very, very fast. And is, like, a lot more weight when it comes to the boss compared to, like very Pinterest style in terms of weighting. Okay. Dang it. Oh, we made it so far into that fight. The fact that it makes you wake her up every single time as well is kind of annoying, I will say that. Jesus. Yeah, this is one of those fights that I am not equipped to do with the Beast Crest. So I'm basically fighting an uphill battle. But I know I can do it. With enough time and effort, I know I have the ability to. God. I got her... I had to have gotten her pretty far there. Like, I don't remember her exact HP. Because I know I saw it at one point. Like in someone's video when talking about the charms, because I was kind of curious about people doing charm stuff with this and like what people have done for builds after I'd finished my Steel Soul run. And I remember people mentioning her because of the thing. And they had a mod on that showed a health bar with like numbers, and I'm trying to remember what it said. That one shouldn't have hit me. Damn it. And then she jumps off the edge. That just feels like mean. Kills you and then jumps off the edge like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. And it's like, using the debuffs that I have aren't that useful either because of the fact that they're temporary. So I don't get a lot from them compared to what I would normally get, which does not help. Because, like, the debuffs, she can just get rid of. I need something different in my repertoire for this. Hogflies and the tax. I think those will be pretty useful. Okay. Damn it. I was hoping I'd actually be able to parry that, but nope. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. You know, I could totally see an upgraded version of the Pinstress, including her sister in it, of the Seamstress, as one of the things. Wait, did she do that above in the air? Sorry, that just like completely caught me off guard. I just didn't expect that. Like, holy crap. Okay. Oh no 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 no. No 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 no. Come on. Yes! Oh my god, I just had to let that frickin' wisp do its job. Thank god she's done. I would have died if I got hit more. I love that that scared her to death. Basically, like, it just scared her the hell away. Just like, ah! Okay, so honestly, let's go to Greymore. I think this place is very beautiful, to be fair. Wait a minute. There's Garmond. No, we haven't been here yet. There we go. Damn, we just shredded through those guys. And now we can use that. There we go. Dark Hearts is also on there. That's another thing we can do to get a mask shard. Um, Jeez. Oh, that guy always gets me. I always forget he's there. Yeah, we don't have the Craw summon, so we can't do that yet. But you can see the Craws look different. But I'm not here for the Craws. I'm here for this. Warrior, I heard your approach. Why do you come? Surely you have no desire to see the long collapsed cave. The way was open, sir. I merely followed the path through. Am I correct to guess you were once a resident of these borderlands? Aye, glorious they were. In their time, Farloom's end approaches. But my caves, these caves, fell to fate long before. Of that fair land I am the last, now to remain to the end, and remember the splendor that was. No more talk, warrior. Permit me this final moment of memorial. As you wish. Okay. Just gonna... Yeah, this is what became of the land that he's from. I mean, just look at it. It's just sad. Because it used to be so beautiful. And I can show you how beautiful it used to be. All it takes is a simple song. Welcome to what his home used to be. This place is gorgeous. The myth we made, by grace, by blade, all bowed before we princes green. God, I love this. The music here, too, is really good once it starts playing. Speak of the devil. But yeah, this is where the Green Prince is originally from. And it has one of my... It has a very Ori sounding soundtrack, in my opinion. Like, it reminds me a lot of Ori. Like, that's the style it reminds me of. You know, I actually don't know what the Green Prince is specifically. I think they're Mantis, specifically. They're just a different type of Mantis, if I remember correctly. It's been a while. Um, yeah, I need to check one of my other things to know for sure. There we go. Yeah, this place is so freaking gorgeous. There we go. I didn't even notice them until it was too late. Yeah, this is a very annoying area. A lot of the difficulty comes from the enemies and just like the size of the area. You know, I actually never realized he was saying Usharo, which is the same as chakra. I wonder if he got it from her or if it's like a common saying that we just don't know about. Yeah, I love this place though. Don't ask how that's possible. I don't even know. I'm surprised he survived. Then over here, these waters at Land's Edge, the shrine on top, our furtive escape, our brief retreat from rule. So many moments spent simple, joyful, free. I already know that we need to go to each of the fountains. There's one of them. Ah. Yeah, this is the hard part. of the whole thing is just all of the parkour we're gonna need to do. There we go. And that's 2. I can't remember if it's like 3 or 4. Okay, no, it was 3. Meaning now... Oh, there goes that guy. God, this is such a beautiful place. Imagine it in its prime. God. Lift your voices, know our grace. Ah, yes. And then we can just go this way. Hello, goodbye. No, I forgot about this one. There we go. There we go. I think they made that one a little bit longer because normally it was vanishing by that time when I first did this. Yeah, this is going to be a very sucky one to do because we need it to get to other shit. Because it'll be our fastest way there. But we need to do this either way. And we'll get to it. It'll just take time. Sorry about the yawn. Because if I remember right, if we go left, we literally just run into enemies. If we go left at this second one in this room. So... I'm pretty sure that thing is going to have the most hits on me of anything in this place from just mistakes and not actual fighting. Well, that's not what I expected. Well, shit. I just did not expect to get eaten alive there. Shit. I'm also surprised the Craws never really, got to us yet. I would have expected to get the Craw summons by now, to be completely fair. Because I normally have it by now. By the time I have 2 hearts. But I don't. Somehow, some way. I'm just more surprised than anything. Would I actually do the boss? I don't know. But I'm just more surprised, if anything, that, There we go. Okay. Yeah, because if I remember, this way is quite literally just a fight. There we go. And then shortcut, and I guess you can get through this way. Never mind. Though I know it does save a long trek later. At least, like, I know it's, like, a lot shorter using this. Yeah, because of that. And then up. God, these guys hide so easily. Okay, let's start with this room. There we go. They love to make sure every area has a flying enemy of sorts, I've noticed. There we go. Nothing down there? Always gotta check. There's the next one. Yeah, that one was just for one of those, which may not seem useful right now, but in reality, it's just moving us further along in the story. Yeah, that one was around the same, I remember, so... Yeah, I guess they did change some of them, but not all of them. I do not have the health for what we have to do. Because I know very well it is not going to end well. Here, the trail of a stag touched pale. We hunted her, felt her, as none before were able. Proof it became of our majesty, mark of our divine right. And I died to a stag. Yeah, that stag. I forgot it was there. I might want to make the speed access too. Just in general, I think making that speedy access will help in the long run for us. Because if I like... Yeah, we don't have the map yet because fully unlocked yet because I haven't sat at a bench yet. So, yeah. We'll need to do that. Boom. There we go. There we go. God, I hate that thing. Honestly, not being able to heal is very detrimental for me. Like, not being able to heal normally. Well, obviously he died. Dang it. Yeah, that mini arena thing is so annoying. Because I just don't like the Verdania enemies are just more annoying than anything else. Because they just go boom, 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 boom. They just teleport a lot. That's what makes them annoying. It's the only part of those Verdania enemies that just I don't like. They don't need to teleport. They could move instead of teleport. Like, move like a normal frickin' bug. But no. They gotta be cool ninjas and stuff. It's always being a cool ninja and nothing about, you know, being just cool by yourself. Well, that guy's gone. Because I know very well he fell into the water. Or at least should have. There we go. Ha! Anything up here? I couldn't remember. So it's always good to double check. But yeah, we got this. If anything, the Mr. Mushroom crap is what really got me, like, good at that type of jump. There's the pale stag. Dang it. The pale stag. We'll leave him there for now. I need to go to a bench because I would like to see what we have unlocked, because that would be very beneficial to me. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Then we just have up here after I beat the pale stag. If I remember correctly, after beating the pale stag, we get enough that we can actually do the last bit. We still have Trobio and whatnot, because that's the last charm we need. I think I might do all the heart bosses, to be fair. Slash, whatnot. I think it'll be worth it. And kind of fun. If we end up doing them all. I mean, you only need to kill 3, technically. But I think it's really cool because if you actually have the heart from this guy, it actually surprises the shamans because they're like, wait, there was something left of that place? I know, like, after you beat them, one of the things that can be seen when coming back to the area where you find him standing is you'll find like clovers growing from his body, showing that in their death, despite everything, like, there's still part of them that is growing, and Verdania will slowly grow back. Whether it is in our time or not, I think that's really cool. And I would really love to see that be like a DLC related thing, where it's like just a DLC related to like helping bring back, like, if not all of the places, at least like Verdania. I think that would be cool. And maybe like something with the ants and like that area that's kind of blocked off. I'd love to see something with that as well. But yeah, like Verdania, the fact that we know it starts to grow back at the end does make me curious if it will affect anything in the DLCs. Because this place is gorgeous. And I'd love to see, like, how it grows in the future. And if we never do get that, I'm okay with it. I just think it would be cool. Yeah, there was no way I was getting around that one. Not unless I did a different thing first. That's the hard part about the Pale Stag, is it's not that it's difficult, it's just that it's annoying to hit. And then if you get trapped, you're just taking multiple damage. Though I still am surprised that they lowered Carmilla's, I think it's Carmilla. No, it's Carmelita. God, now I'm starting to forget. Shit. But like I'm surprised they lowered the damage of her one attack with the boomerangs, but I also understand why. I just didn't expect it, to be fair. I will say I did notice a lot of stuff deals less in this playthrough. I've noticed a lot of stuff deals like overall less damage than I remember, despite the fact we are taking double damage. It's like I notice the difference now of like, wait a minute, that would have dealt more earlier. So like some of the things I'm like dreading end up being like way easier than I expected because of that. Like I know a lot of the traps now deal only 1 instead of the original 2. Like not all of them, but a lot of them that were, except for like the saws and whatnot, the lava. That, because otherwise, what's the point of the magma bell? So. Anything? Nope. Ah, bollocks. Yeah, there's no point. I'm just gonna die. Honestly, we have most of Verdania unlocked. I'm surprised we do have 87% though. Like, you would think we wouldn't have that much, but then again, we also have been going for the charms and stuff. You know, I think we're gonna leave these guys for now, since I don't think it's worth doing that with Beast Crest right now any more than we already have. And I know we did that room. I remember doing it vaguely. Like, I'm quite sure we did do that room, so. And then in here. Wait, what am I doing? I can do this. I'm trying to think what else we might need. Oh crap, the architects. Because we can get the saw from the architect. I know we have the rosaries on us. I mean, it's literally one of the last things we're missing. for like tools and whatnot. Yeah, and then we need to go. Yeah. Ah, frick. Okay. God, you can hear the void things going on with the boom here and there. Oh, thank God it's not down here because that would have sucked. Anyways, distraction done. I think the saddest part about this is, if I remember correctly, do you ask for our services even now? Our duty is long, but shall create if require. Yeah, we can also get the crafting kit. But I don't know if we'll be able to afford it. Oh, we don't have that? Shit, we don't have the last one. Well, we'll get the crafting kit, because that's more damage for our thing. So, if you've already bought her out by the time you hit Act 3, if I remember, like, she's dead. If I remember correctly. Which is such a shame. Because I like her as a character. I think she's a really intriguing one. Will they be able to get me on this? Okay, yeah, they can. I'm just trying to think what else we might need. Because I know very well, we're not going to be able to get through the gauntlet of CrustCon within 10 minutes. Or less. Like, I really know that we won't. So to remember that we are doing Trobio next time, we'll kind of go up here. But I think I'm going to wrap up a bit earlier today. Gives my voice a bit of time. I know tomorrow we do have, for streaming, I think I'm going to try, I don't know if, it will be out yet for the translation, but if not, we'll still go with what we have. For the PvZ Fusion stuff is my plan so far. For those who aren't already part of it, !Dislab. We have all sorts of stuff over there. You might make some new friends. I announce whenever I go live or if something happens. I normally stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. CST. The days I don't stream, !YouTube. I always release something over there on the YouTube VOD channel. All sorts of stuff is over there that you might enjoy. Other than that, it does not seem I have too much coming up. I hope